Hey, everybody, welcome to this episode of Think Business. I'm looking forward to talking with Dave Contorer, who is the Executive Director of Hebrew Free Loan Detroit, HFL. He's been there since October 2011. Since 1895, HFL has provided interest-free loans to Jewish people across Michigan who face financial challenges. 1895. Let me just say, so for full transparency, I do sit on the board/executive board of Hebrew Free Loan Detroit, and I love it. So, but let's talk about, this has been around since 1895. So talk about why it was. Can you talk about a little bit of why it was started, and kind of that way, just give us a little bit of the lineage?
Absolutely. First of all, John, thank you for allowing me to be on the show. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, always good to see you.
Hebrew free loans existed in Jewish communities literally for thousands of years because Jewish people were not allowed credit from mainstream banks in the old days, and even as up to the 1900s, when a lot of immigrants came from the old country to the United States and Canada, and they set up Hebrew free loans, which would be a pool of dollars donated by folks who had some money, to be accessed by Jewish people who needed money to start their business, to fix their homes, to pay for medical and dental stuff, education, to get started, to be self-sufficient. They would take that loan with 0% interest, and they would pay a little bit back each week or each month until the loan was repaid in full, and it would recycle and then help the next person. So it's literally a model that's been going on for thousands of years. It's been here in Michigan since 1895, and we now have about 15.5 million outstanding to 1,350 borrowers, and we still have money to give. So that's why I'm excited to be on the show today.
Yeah, let's talk about, when you talk about we still have money to give and the money that gets recycled, and I would imagine that the people who get the loans are also ambassadors for the program, not only as maybe repeat partners, but also, telling other people about, how does the growth of Hebrew Free Loan through the years happen the most?
It's a great question, John. A lot of the people who receive loans from us, and again, this is eligible for Jewish residents in the state of Michigan. We're statewide, not just here in Detroit. They are helped in their situation. Like Marvin Danto is a great example. In the 1930s, we helped his family with a loan that allowed them to get through the Depression. He never forgot it when he became a successful design business owner and entrepreneur. In his estate plan and his family, after he passed away in the 2010 and 11 year, we received a beautiful estate bequest from his family, and his daughter Joanne Danto is on our board, and we make those loans in the memory of Marvin I. Danto for small businesses. John has served on that committee and mentored and coached a lot of our people. They go on and start a cookie business, a dog groomer, a yoga studio. They pay back their loans. And then, like you said, they're an ambassador because they get the capital they can't get from a bank. They start up and expand their business, and they're excited about it to other folks who might benefit from those loans.
Yeah, let's talk about the beauty of that for a minute. If we can talk about Danto for a minute, I think it's an incredible program because, I'm a business coach. And so, when people are starting new companies, I think one of their biggest concerns is, I need some capital, but I don't want a business partner, or I don't want to give away, equity of my company. And this is a great solution for that, because you can have mentors while still getting a loan to build your business. I mean, Hebrew Free Loan and the Danto program have spurred off a ton of businesses. But can you just kind of talk about the level of dignity that's given to someone, so they don't have to give up equity, and they don't have to bring in another business partner and give up equity to that person. They can just really take their dream and build it.
Absolutely. The whole nature of making a 0% loan is also, you're not benefiting from interest to that person or fees or whatever. You're also treating that person with dignity and respect. So John has sat with and coached our business loan recipients, such as Jared Rothberger, a great success story with Jan Pro Detroit. He's become one of the most successful commercial cleaners and supplier of cleaning supplies in our entire region. And it wasn't just the interest-free loan he got when he came and interviewed with our committee. We don't take equity. We don't make anyone feel bad. It's not like Shark Tank. Nobody's Mr. Wonderful. I say it's like the filter fish tank. We're nice. Right. We're kind of like your family. We want you to succeed. And oh, by the way, here's your interest-free loan, and we're going to give you a wonderful coach, Jon Dwoskin in this case, who's going to help you with your financials and having your goals for the day that are achievable, and not overdoing it with your budget, doing something that's achievable, and measuring that with a coach's supervision as a new entrepreneur starts, that's invaluable. So
Yeah.
you're one of many great coaches who have helped our people along the way. Jared Rothberger and Jan Pro Detroit being one success story of 140 small businesses that we have
Yeah.
provided interest-free loans to, more than $5 million since 2012. John, that was the same $1 million from the Danto family that has gone out, been repaid back, and gone out over 5 times. It's pretty
Yeah.
amazing recycling effect.
Yeah, it's amazing. Let's talk about other loans that Hebrew Free Loan does, because I think, I've sat on the board for 6 years. I've been a fan of it prior to that. I'm on the executive board now, and sometimes I feel like I don't even know all the programs when I'm out talking to people. And so, let's talk kind of like maybe list or share a little bit about all the different options that Hebrew Free Loan offers.
Happy to do that. So you've heard about the Marvin Danto small business loans. That's the main loan. We can go up to $100,000, 0% loan. Like a couple of the examples I mentioned, Jan Pro Detroit, Born Yoga with Ashley Goldberg in Birmingham, and I could do many others. Then sort of our main bucket is called personal loans. That's everything from medical and dental to fixing your house, to getting a used car, to paying unpaid bills, to consolidating high interest debt. Those loans typically go up to $10,000. And by the way, all of these require co-signers, at least 2 and sometimes more than 2 guarantors who are Michigan residents that will sign the legal promissory note with us. So in case something happens to the borrower, the co-signers will also help to repay. That's the only thing. We don't take collateral or fees or interest, but that's how we get repaid back 99% of the time. Those are the personal loans, the business loans, and then the third category is our college loan program, our William Davidson Jewish College Loan Program. That's our largest program, between 130 and 250 Jewish college students, undergrad and grad students. They can get up to $10,000 per year each year of undergrad and up to $15,000 per year each year of graduate school, as long as they're full-time student here at a Michigan accredited university or college. And there's other subject details I won't get into on the show, but they can see it from our website. So those are really the 3 buckets: personal loans, educational loans, small business loans, John.
I love it. And when somebody wants a loan, walk them through the process. If they're listening now, later, sending this to somebody, what is the process to actually get a loan?
Great question. For personal loans, you really should go to our website. That's hfldetroit.org. and click on personal loans. That's really the sort of the umbrella for everything from, again, home repair, medical, dental, used car. It's sort of the main body of our loans. And the application is right online, big blue button that you'll see and find the category you want, the kind of loan you might need. You click apply here. You have to fill out a bunch of online information about your financials, the bills you pay each month, the dollars you have coming in each month, potential co-signers. Then you hit submit. It goes to our team. They review it. And then a wonderful board member like Jon Dwoskin works with a partner to interview you, again, in a confidential and dignified way over the phone, and makes a decision on your loan with your assistance in terms of making sure the loan can be paid back in a timeline that works for you. A little more complex on the business loan side. Those are larger loans. You have to submit a business plan with some predicted financials. You have to have your tax return, and it's a little more detailed. That's also on the website under small business loans. You can click on that tab. And then there's a separate process for our college loan program. That really opens April 1st, John. They have to have their FAFSA, the federal aid form, that parents will know that term FAFSA. If you have kids going to college and you're applying for financial aid, that's basically Uncle Sam saying how much this family can pay towards the child's education, and then information from whatever school, U of M, Michigan State, Wayne State, wherever they're going in Michigan, will have specific expenses that they have to input in the online application for the college loan program after April 1st. That gets sent to our team, and we review it and go through a much more detailed process over the summer, usually, to determine their loan amount and their repayment timeline and that kind of stuff. So 3 kind of buckets of application, again, all explained on our website, hfldetroit.org. And we are here and we have the dollars. And if you're Jewish and listening to this broadcast, this interview, or if you know someone who's Jewish in Michigan who might need any of those, please pass it on. We'd love to help them.
Yeah. It's the greatest. I love being part of Hebrew Free Loan.
And we love having you.
Thank you, David. Let's talk a little bit about the dignity element of it. So somebody who is listening to this at any point, just talk a little bit about the dignified way in that we do what we do.
Well, everything about it is confidential. Those names I dropped earlier in the broadcast in the interview are because those are folks who have had successful small businesses and they have signed the box and done PR and said, we'd love to tell our story about Hebrew Free Loan. The vast majority, more than 95% of our loan recipients, they don't want their name shared, and we don't, of course. It's very confidential between us and that person. We take every client and his or her or their situation with the greatest of care. And you know this, John, because you've interviewed people. You go into that room and we try to coach our board members like John and the 45 other board members on how to find a way to say yes, how to listen to this person empathetically and with dignity and with respect. We can ask questions. How will you pay this back? It looks like your financials are kind of upside down. It looks like you're paying more per month than you have dollars coming in. Can you help explain that to me? We ask the question in that manner, in a dignified way. A lot of the folks that come to us, as you know, John, don't know their budget, don't know their cash flows, don't understand that best practices want to get 3 vendors to bid on your roof before you select the first one and try to find the best deal. And those sorts of guiding kind of coaching moments happen from great people like you, John, helping these folks. We don't want people to be taken advantage of. We want them to know their financials. So those are all components of the dignity, the confidentiality, the respect. Those are paramount values for Hebrew Free Loan Detroit. All of our staff and all of our board members live by those values. So that's kind of how it plays out.
I love it. I love it. Well, to me, Hebrew Free Loan is a really special board. And I love being part of it. And like in a business, the CEO of any company, the energy of the company is driven from the CEO of the company. To me, you're the CEO of Hebrew Free Loan Detroit, and the energy and what you bring to the table is infectious to everybody who walks in the door, as well as I would say I could speak for the whole board to say everybody feels the same way. You are an incredible leader. What's your kind of formula for, leadership and, coming here into Hebrew Free Loan in 2011, you've been here for over a decade. So, you have built an incredible group. You fundraise, you grow the organization. From a leadership standpoint, what's your formula?
Well, first of all, thank you for those kind words. Well, I love what I do. I have this smile. Like I'm not a good actor. I believe in the model of not only preserving the dignity of clients, but the interest-free loan model it's a handshake and a hand up, not a hand out. I'll provide this lump sum of dollars and you'll pay it back over time. So I love that model, and we'll work with you in a dignified way to help you along. But this is a partnership. This isn't a handout. It's a partnership. And I love that concept. I love working with great people like you, John, and the other board members. You're equally enthusiastic, and you're mensches. You're good people who care about others. Those are the only people who come to be on our board. They want to help others. They want to engage with people. So I get to work with great people all day, doing something with an interest-free loan that I know has impact on the lives of so many people. And I'm standing on the shoulders of great leaders and great staff people who came before me since 1895. In a model that I know works. One other thing I want to add that adds a great deal to my day, and you've had this person on your show as an interviewee, is I get to work with an awesome person named Jon Dwoskin from Black Leaders Detroit. And you interviewed him. So Black Leaders Detroit is providing 0% loans to Black-owned enterprises in the city of Detroit for startup and expansion. They also have grants they supply to Black-led nonprofits. And getting to work with a great guy like Dwan on the Black Leaders Detroit model, it's a real partnership between the Jewish and the Black community that doesn't get as much airtime as some other unfortunate negative press. So I'm using 30 seconds of my interview with you to promote Black Leaders Detroit. We're very closely working together with them. They've launched in 2 years now. They've already achieved some great successes with their loans and their grants, and we're going to continue the partnership and expand it. So getting to work with great people, having impact inside and outside the Jewish community. Why wouldn't I like my job? And why wouldn't I come into work with a big smile on my face?
Good.
And I hope
love it. I love it. Well, we're lucky, and the community is lucky to have you. Tell people again where they can connect with you, where they can learn about Hebrew Free Loan, and who the ideal people are for the loans.
Again, and I appreciate it. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen there, www.hfldetroit.org. The website will tell you all the steps you need for this or that kind of 0% loan. Everything we do is a 0% loan. and you'll walk through the application process. You will need co-signers once you eventually submit your application. You will need to have an interview with a great guy like Jon and other people on our board, but hopefully that'll be relatively painless because, again, dignity, respect, and confidentiality are paramount to what we're about. So Jewish people across Michigan who need just about anything in their lives where they need a lump sum of dollars, hfldetroit.org is a good starting place for you. And I hope you'll come check us out. And I thank you again so much for this interview opportunity.
Yeah, no, it was great. It was great. I mean, we had a meeton yesterday. Somebody said you should have David again on your podcast, and the person who was supposed to be here today got sick. So this was great. Think community. I'm a business coach. I work with people who are successful but stuck, and I get them unstuck. And the guests on the show, what I love about this podcast is they give guidance to get you unstuck, in whether it's your business or your personal life. I always like to extract one thing. And David, you said a lot of things that I think can help people today, not only with the loans that Hebrew Free Loan gives, and they can reach out and be part of that, but also as leaders. I loved what you said. We are hand ups, not handouts. And I think that statement, along with the leadership of how you lead the group, we always think community need to remember that 95 or 98% of everything we do as leaders, whether we own companies, we're C-level execs, we're running nonprofits, we're running departments, we're managing people, everybody and everything follows our lead. And so if you're having a problem with a business, it's usually you need to look in the mirror first. So David, I appreciate you. I appreciate everything you do with Hebrew Free Loan. Thanks for your leadership, and hopefully,
thank you, Jon.
Hopefully this gets in the right hands, and we can loan some people some interest-free money. That'd be great.
I love it. Thank you. Right. Thank you for all the great work you do. Everybody out there, come check us out. hfldetroit.org. See if we can help.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, David.
Thank you, Jon.